time for football on 216, right here on Supersport, as well as SABC Plus. As you know, every single Monday, at 8 o'clock, you and I have a date, but it's not just you and I. The table really gets full, and we've got more people sitting at it. Who is it, though? Let's introduce you to the people who are sitting at our table tonight. We have Ndana Gomawes, like kitted out in Edmonds. Actually, I want you at home to rate Libs' style. Because you're looking good, my friend. Oh, we are lucky, we are lucky. Ah, yeah.
Exchange that.
Washa?
515 $2.
Gorgeous.
350 $2.
Washa?
199 and finally so easy. 5 tiger, R1,000.
Do you understand what you just did? Don't have to break the bank to look absolutely dapper when it comes to Edgist fashion. What you need to do is make sure that you go to any Edgist fashion within and around you, yeah? Make sure that you do your shopping, not just for you, for your kids, for your friends, for your uncles, literally for everyone. Wide range of clothing, fashion and beauty that could get you looking as good as Libs, or even better, yeah? And as you heard, all of this for just R1,000. They have other payments options that you can use. You can pay later, take the clothes home, or cover, and then later you'll deal with the payments. You've got a monthly payment scheme that you can put together. So many options that are tailor-made just for you. But we're not here to talk all things fashion, even though we're looking all so good. We're here to talk about the women's game. As you know, back in the year 1995, that is when African women's football started to grow, because it was Ria Ndiwake, who was a lady all the way from Nigeria, who scored the very first African goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. It was Nigeria up against Sweden in that encounter, and ever since then, we've seen the trajectory go higher and higher and higher, and we wanted to keep on going. But where do we start? We start at grassroots, and that's why we care about those tournaments that find and unearth new talents. That's what we're talking about today. It's the Hot Day Women's Tournament that is coming up. That's going to be the 4th edition. And man, oh man, we are excited. 30 teams will come together. 20,000 rands up for grabs. And an exciting thing, it's not just limited to the confines of South Africa. It goes wide and beyond. Let's get into the conversation. We're going to be talking to one of the directors of the competition, yeah, that being and also a star that you know oh so well. You see her prior trade in the Hollywood Bets, the Super League. She is a woman who's played in the colors of Mamelodi Sundowns, and now she is a diamond, and we love her for that. Really ruthless at the back. She stands her ground. You may think that she's sweet, but once she has a ball in between her legs, her name is Gwst. Gwst. Guys, welcome to Football on 216.
Thank you for having us.
We're excited to have you guys here. As you know, I did say that back in the year 1995, that's when women's football, African women's football started growing. You guys have decided to say, you know what, we're going to be the people who lay the foundation. And this was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. How did it start?
Yeah, this tournament came a while back, and the way it started really, it was like, it started as a conversation. We're sitting and we're looking at what's the next move for us as a team, and we saw that with soccer, especially in South Africa, the men's game is saturated. It's like 5-a-side there, there's 11-a-side there, so like, you know what, let's do something for the ladies. Let's develop that space and focus our energy to develop women's soccer in South Africa. So it really started that way, with that passion to grow the women's space. Yeah.
Well, growing the women's space is exciting. I mean, so excited to talk to you today as well, right? You've been part of this initiative, but before that, anything. Let's start with the colors that you're wearing. How does it feel like to be a blue diamond?
It feels amazing.
Yeah.
It feels amazing because, I mean, I'm from one big team to another big team, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
It says something about me as a player.
Right? And it says a lot because you've also switched positions.
I actually play everywhere at this point.
Really?
I've played forward, now I'm playing at the back.
Yeah.
And I'm actually comfortable now at the back, so it's a great thing.
Do you enjoy the back more than the front?
I enjoy every position because I've been alternating, so yeah.
The modern day play.
Even a goalkeeper, and something you say, how can we say how to women's soccer tournament?
What? You lying.
Okay.
By the way, me and Lex talked
no,
much
no.
for the show, and he didn't give me this. So this
Yeah.
is breaking news.
Yeah.
So now, like a Tomo committee 2023, I see this post on social media to say, hey, when the tournament with James
Yeah.
got the number on the poster, which happened to be under the banner. Spoke to me, if I'm a commentator. Can I come and commentate? I don't know, man. We don't have a commentator, so but we can just show up. Oh, like if you go on a limundli, go on a limulalo,
Yeah.
like a link in Libonim Nati Manobo. So, Mundli can sailing from GWST and Gisaku E. Kakena Supersport here.
What?
Yeah.
Trajectory. At this point, I'm the only person sitting in this room that hasn't been part of this competition.
Yeah.
But one thing that he talks about that's interesting, he mentions the name Monty, right? And now we know that they've been switched up power, new people in. How are you finding a new position?
It's exciting. I won't lie, it's a bit daunting because when it came to me, it came like, because Mondli was like looking at different opportunities and obviously his capacity is changing. So I was like, no, you know what, the way this tournament is growing, put me in coach, you know,
Yeah.
let me do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been exciting ever since. And I'm looking forward to how we're going to unfold and bring it to bigger spaces and grow the actual tournament.
You know what's exciting? Whenever we talk about women's tournaments or we talk about just football tournaments in general, for me it's always like, okay, it's another one, right?
Yeah.
And some things it's just like, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing new under the sun. But what makes this tournament specifically different and special?
So this tournament is different and special because we have no age restriction. So we've also allowed teams to come in. So even like, let me say a regular Joe Kokasi who's got like 22 players that wants to register, can register them in with any random name. And it's a great place to have different levels of competition from teams coming in from the Cecil, teams coming in for the Hollywood space as well. So it's a good competitive space where the ladies can also have another platform outside of their normal games to also compete and be able to get scouted and seen, on a bigger stage as well.
You talk about that age gap.
Yeah.
I want to know from a player's perspective, Sneh, how is it like playing up against older people? Like, is it daunting if anything? Do you sometimes feel like, maramanje niyasiroba?
Awuna choice, isport kumele udlale. So ngifila ngathi kumele sinodlala because asina choice and we must push and bayasiforce ukuthi sizipushe ukuthi sibamatche kule level abakuyo. So it's a good tournament to play in.
Great. Tembise mumepe 1632. Small baby. I'm jailing fethu egazi mfethu ethembisa lapha. Where do you start to play? And then where do you get to know ukuthi ngimnandi I can make it?
Ngiqale ukudlala Mamelodi Sundowns satellite le yase Thembise with.
Yes.
And then I moved to a community football club. It was my uncle's team. And then I also moved there and I went to Shumba. Shumba Academy.
Yo, so now up to so far, when I am different from where you started to where you are.
What's different is that I started playing with boys and now I'm playing with girls. And I started playing with girls in Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
The first team, I was 11 when I first joined first team Sundown.
Yeah. She talks about opportunity, right? And this is her navigating the township and then finally breaking into a big team like Mamelodi Sundowns, now being at JDW. The opportunities that come with being part of a competition like this. I know you've already spoken about the scouting element. A little birdie tells me there are also universities that come. Let's talk about the collaboration with education.
Yeah, so at the helm of it, we want to develop women not only on the field, but also off the field. So we've had the opportunity to have universities come in, approaching some of the players to offer bursaries and scholarships to join them. So yeah, it's an incredible space where, I mean, let's say for instance, Usne coming in from let me say when she was starting, and the university can pick her up from that position and say, hey, we want you to come join us. So it's a good space for the ladies to come in and just have an opportunity to grow.
How's the reception been?
The reception has been good. Yeah, I think internally, also externally, like there's a lot of interest in it. We're fortunate enough that for the past few years, we've had the Gauteng Department of Sports and Rec collaborating and working with us and making this tournament happen. And recently, we partnered with Phoenix Elites SA, who are also taking like.
Oh, nice, the logistics company.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but then not the logistics company per se, but just the NPO side of it, the Phoenix Elite. So yeah, like it goes to show that we're not at the same place that we were at the beginning. We're growing, and as we're growing, we have people joining along and tagging along, and we all have the vision to see this thing through and see women's soccer grow in South Africa. We want to see it at the level of PSL. Hopefully, that's what we want.
Yeah.
So, Hotman, I'm definitely things are not the same from Nagwe Isimula this tournament.
Yeah.
So, which challenges even to look upon throughout the way and until you because definitely when you started there was no sponsor, even the second year, but now you want to carry finally so which challenges even to look upon throughout until you.
Yeah, the challenges that we're facing is that although we have the assistance of like the Gauteng Department of Responsibility, like I said, and also Quell who help with other elements as well, is that a lot of the tournament is coming out of our pockets, and we'd like to get more people involved in terms of sponsoring the game, sponsoring us, so that where we are right now we can take it to higher levels and make it look as good as it's presented. You know what I mean? So we do need and would appreciate the support of sponsorship and anyone who's interested to invest in the tournament to make it grow. Yeah.
Stanley, we always say what's it game time for Amantombazan. But all you currently playing in the Hollywood Bet Super League and you're playing in Sasso, right? And that's all you get to do. Like it's either Dalala or if there are no other competitions and what do competitions like this do for the female player?
Igenza ukuthi as a team angazi yazi ngayibeka kanjani. Please repeat the question.
Man, games are money and other tournaments that you guys can participate in. And Caesar Anjan, especially as like a player yourself, who in the Sasso League in J.
Ayasiza ukuthi sikhiphe i-momentum ye-team, sazi ukuthi siqhubeke la singavele sime siqhubeke la sigcine khona because also ama-break I think iyamosha i-strategy se-team, so ama-tournament aso ayanceda
and keep on your toes, ne?
Keeps us busy.
Ntwana, I mean, you played for Mamelodi Sundowns, now you're playing for JVW. Those are big teams, Ntwana. So tell me something, what is your next step, Ntwana? Because those are big teams, man.
My next step, manje, ukuthi ngithole national call-up, and then maybe also then play overseas. Yeah.
You've extended this competition, right? He's talking about dreaming. You've extended this competition to not just the confines of South Africa, but we can also get teams from outside. Let's talk about the inclusivity then, and also just giving players who play locally the opportunity and the experience to get that intercontinental.
Yeah. So when we set and actually planned it, we said we don't want to restrict in terms of age and also in terms of region. So obviously in the long term and even now opening it up to internationally, we're hoping to get the players that are coming in, even South African players, to be exposed to the level of competition that is outside. And also with that, it also provides them an opportunity to get scouted by those teams, because you find maybe a team, for instance, coming in from Zimbabwe or anywhere else in Africa, seeing this player and she's very good, and they're able to say, you know what, maybe they can speak to the parents and say, we'd really like to have this player come join us where we are. And it basically opens the borders. The players want to develop, they want to grow, and that's what we're here for. We're not limiting the players to just Ekasi playing, but also opening up the borders for them to get to bigger spaces.
Speaking of parents, Hotman, I've seen that there's a lot of young players coming through the ranks, even though it's an open age tournament, but I've seen a lot of young players. So are you getting enough support from the parents? Because I know Batsari don't just release Mahana easy. Are you getting enough support from the parents to say, okay, or is there any challenges that
Yeah, I think to best answer the questions, like we are getting the support. The parents are liking the initiative and that the fact that we've provided a space for their kids to actually grow, you know, and not just, it's not a competition just because, like, let's say you're 14 years old and going against a 21, 25-year-old, it doesn't mean that we're trying to limit you, but we're trying to put you in a position where this is a competitive space, and then afterwards you're able to learn and go, oh, you know what, this is the challenges that I faced, I can go back home and train and become better so that the next competition, whether it's SAS or Hollywood, you're able to compete against the older guys, the older ladies, sorry.
Let's bring you in, Snake. Just thinking about, obviously Lebo spoke about where you started and where you are now, and you have a professional league. The support that you get from home, knowing even though women's football doesn't have a professional league yet.
Umama uphila ngitshela ukuthi I must always push myself no matter what, noma ngabe ngidlala kuyiphi league. Yabona khona manje I'm at Sasso cause Hollywood bets ngilimele and I was out for too long and I had to game time yeah. So I went Usaso and khona manje I've been pushing myself and now she can approve what I'm actually improving.
Do you also dream of one day having a professional league in South Africa?
I do. Kapunga, I do.
You spoke about my injury, man. So football says it's a very short career, ne?
Yeah.
So apart from football, kono kunyo wenza in terms of studying because you need to study because in fact, there's no guarantee you could develop or kono to shy for a long term. So apart from football, ino wenza.
Khona manje I'm finishing my matric year and I'm planning to go to school next year.
Yeah.
And playing varsity football.
What are we studying next year?
Logistics and transportation.
Phoenix, one of the partners. She needs to meet Mel.
I
So
don't know.
You know Mel? If you're watching this, we've got your intern for next year. She's going to be studying. She's going to be working, she's going to be playing. But Malala, let's talk about, you spoke about the inclusivity of different teams coming together. Now we do know that Malapa Khanekane, some teams come from good backgrounds, JVW will arrive fully kitted, you know, blue diamonds. Then you'll have Itu's team that arrives. Like you said, I just found 10 players, put them together. What support do you give every kid who's playing within this tournament? Do we give them food? What do we give them at the tournament?
So at the tournament, we're fortunate enough to have partnered with a great team of sponsors as well. I keep naming the Gauteng Department of Sports because they've been a big influence, and also Aquel, they provide the water. So we do make sure that the players are fed, they're also well hydrated as well on the day, and that they're not only just work there in but they actually get the full experience. And they don't feel like I'm just a small team from Kokasi, but they feel part of the environment and yeah, enjoy themselves.
What's the ultimate vision for the competition?
The ultimate vision for the competition is to make it as big as like PSL, you know, and even maybe dreaming bigger than that, just to make it an international competition where we host it in South Africa, or maybe if there's somewhere in Kenya hosted there, but also with the right kind of backing and sponsorship, we're able to bring the teams from South Africa and take them there so that they can compete in the different arenas. So yeah, that's the long-term plan. You playing on my vision board.
No, sorry, we had to tap in. Just to be like, okay, we're investing into something that has longevity, something that has, you're planning ahead already, you know?
I mean, you spoke about players, coaches. I mean, I realize that you're not only focusing on players, like there's other people that are now your match officials. Whatever. How does it make you feel knowing that at least you are making a change in someone else's life? Not only players or coaches, because I know there's coordinators, there's also, you know, key managers, everyone in Jawa develop. How does it make you feel as Gauteng Women's Soccer Tournament to know that you are doing so much to make sure that everyone of man a chance?
I think it's a big inspiration. I think we sort of touched on it, your story, coming through the RINSA, GWST. It made us feel, you know, a privilege to be that pathway for these guys, and the refs, as you say, the official as well. We want to provide that space where maybe in a few years, few months time, we can look at like a PSL game. And yeah, that referee was at our tournament, that one, you know. So it's not just a one-stop shop, but there's goals beyond it. And something that we haven't necessarily mentioned is that we do have a goal of doing outside initiatives, education, sports, and stuff like that. So that, like you were saying, like for the players that are playing matric and going, I mean, there's injuries, you know. So we are looking at opportunities where will like through Mel as well providing internships and stuff like that. So yeah, there's big opportunities coming, but for the most part, we are happy to be a growing ground, not for the players, but also just everyone in general, the coaches. And, yeah.
Yeah. Who do you look up to, Sneh?
Messi.
Okay. Why Messi?
Messi ungidlalela kamnandi.
Yeah.
I think that's like ngithanda uMessi, but I think the brand is Sundowns bebangibiza Messi.
Yeah.
And I was only 11. Bebangibiza uMessi.
Yeah.
I think I was
Bo-
Yaba.
Boshile. So the reason why I talk about and I'll ask her about who she looks up to, I want to know from this competition, who are the names and the prominent names that have played and also then have just come out of GWTS?
I think one other name I can think of is also National Guard. She recently scored the first goal in a Hollywood Bets campaign. So, and she came through our tournament last year and was actually player of the tournament. So to see her playing Hollywood Bets now, it's like wow. You know, it's good to see that. There's also other names as well that I can name it. Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
the cat Malibana as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
I like it.
Don't get what
How do we get a part of it? Anyone, a parent, a team, people. Let's start with anyone who just wants to register a team, and also is it the same details that anyone, if they want to contribute to the competition?
Yeah, so anyone that would like to contact us, maybe to also register an affiliate or a sponsor and anything like that, they can reach us on Instagram and Facebook and BWST_2022. Also, they can contact me directly. I'm not kind enough to give away my numbers, but they can contact me on 060-667-3415, and I'll be able to answer any questions. I'll be able to go through the affiliation process and the fee, which is 1,300 rand to affiliate.
Okay. Sneh, wish you all the best.
Ngiyabonga.
Continue about sugar.
Ushukela.
Clockets.
I like it.
Lives. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm also going to be there this year. Let's make it happen. Let's also make it happen. I can't be the only one who's out of the competition. The 4th edition is coming to you all the way from Alberton. November belongs to them. 32 teams, not just ones that are coming from South Africa, but from everywhere. 20,000 rands on the line. They also get themselves new kits, and the kids at the tournament get to make friendships, but they also have the opportunity to be scouted by universities, other teams, and apart from that, they get to make that sisterhood, the friendships that we see through sports that last a lifetime. Make sure you go absolutely nowhere. When we come back, the gents are going to be in studio. They said that I'm being subbed out, so I'm going to see you later. Go there.
To the break.